What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me get straight to it. This is your boy Jay Shaw from the Behind the Bench Network. I want to talk about LeBron James since he's the topic of discussion right now. Just the other day, he's complaining to the NBA, not even 10 games in, about free throw discrepancies and not getting to the line. But like I said in one of my videos before the start of the season, I said, don't let the media hype you up to make you think that the Lakers are elite. So many people had picked the Lakers, and a lot of it just be dumbness from people that's getting paid by Clutch. Oh yeah, I like the moves that the Lakers made. They upgraded their team. I seen that roster. I said, y'all don't watch enough basketball, because it's a reason why Woods couldn't stay in Dallas, right? It's the reason why he couldn't stay there. And this player, it's like Austin Reeves ain't that dude. The media in the NBA hyped him up for a 2-week exhibition when LeBron had to sit for like 2 weeks. So they needed somebody to help carry the scoring load. And then, Austin Reeves is over there doing Trae Young moves and stopping in front of the player and feel the contact. And he's playing like James Harden, seeking contact to do the layup. And they supposed to stop it last year, but for some reason, they allowed this stuff to happen. But he's not getting those calls this year. So now you're starting to see who he really is. And who he really is a player that came from the G League in his second year. So if he came from the G League, that means he was undrafted. I'm not saying that the boy can't play, but don't expect this dude to be averaging 17 to 20 points a game. He's not that dude. He's more, honestly, 8 to 11 point scorer. Because I ain't never seen a player come from the G League in his second year start shooting and averaging around 7 to 8 free throw attempts. That's normally considered for all-star players. See, you got to understand the game. You got to know who your role players is, your starters, your all-star, your superstar players. And then even with the all-star, you got high-tier all-stars and you got low-tier all-stars like a Chris Middleton, Zach LaVine. They're low-tier all-stars. You see what I'm saying? Then you got the Donovan Mitchells and players like that, Kyrie Irving. They're high-tier all-stars. Not necessarily franchise players, because they need more. Because, like I said, when you're a franchise player, you just need one more star. Not even a star. You just need somebody that's capable of averaging between 18 and 22. And that's all you need. And then you need a third scorer that's going to average anywhere between 14 and 18 points. That's all you need. And that superstar will elevate that team. He will make that team better than what they are. Because now it's just pretty much just playing defense. Okay? So, with that said, man, LeBron James out here whining, talking about free throws. And it's funny because he knows this. He knows this. He knows that the NBA been helping him. So now he puts out the APV call like, hey, I need some help because I'm getting embarrassed. I'm not as good as everybody think I am. All I do is shoot threes and attack the rim off of rebounds to go coast to coast. See, but LeBron's the only player that could do this and don't get called out. Anybody else that's shooting a bad percentage, that ain't playing defense at this age and losing games, they be talking about you need to retire. Now, LeBron, you better not say that he needs to retire. He's doing this in year 21. He's putting up big numbers. Nah, he's not. He's really not. When you're allowed to shoot 25 times a game, anybody could put up big numbers. Shoot, Austin Reeves, you give him 25 shots, that boy averaging at least 22 points off of 25 shots. If he's able to shoot 20 to 25 shots, he's going to average around 22 points. Period. That's just what it is. So yeah, now the Lakers is out here and LeBron's out here lobbying to get more free throws, and I try to tell people That's how they've been winning. That's the only way they've been winning the last couple of years is by free throw attempts. Free throw attempts and getting the other team's best players in personal fouls. And it's not even about they're getting to the foul line because they're doing stuff in the act of shooting. No, it's a lot of phantom calls, which is calls that did not happen. Nobody didn't touch the player. And it's calls on dribble drives. So now, you know, when a player's dribbling and somebody's playing defense and that player rubs up against them, they're calling a foul. So it's like, damn, you can't even touch the player. He didn't reach. He didn't reach. He didn't put his leg out like a blocking foul or anything. Y'all just calling fouls just to get this team in a penalty so the Lakers can shoot free throws and weaken their team, their star players, by having them sit on the bench. So now they don't have a rhythm and a flow. The team don't have a rhythm and a flow because this star player got to sit. This other star player, he got to play. But when he gets in foul trouble, both of them sitting on the bench. Or they can't be aggressive on defense. They can't be aggressive on offense. So that's how the Lakers been getting by. Other than that, I told y'all in a video before I made this, I told y'all, I said they are who they been. They've been a team that's ranked between 11th and 13th in the West. That's who they been. Ain't nothing changed. When those games is called even, Lakers get blown out. When the games is called even with free throws and personal fouls, and they're not getting the other team in foul trouble, you know, the NBA, not the Lakers, the NBA, the Lakers lose by like plus 15 points. Like they lost to the Rockets, right? But when you really watch basketball and you really know basketball, this is the question you got to ask yourself. When has a team, because they still help the Lakers, even though the Lakers is getting their butt beat, right? They still help the Lakers. When has a team that's trailing by 20, right? Trailing by 15, how is that team shooting more free throws and they're the team that's losing? Normally the team that's winning shooting more free throws than the team that's losing. So how is it that the Lakers could be down by 15 and 20 points and 25 points, but they're shooting more free throws, they're having more free throw attempts than their opponent? It don't make sense. It don't add up. You could go to any box score, any other team, you won't see it. You won't see it. You only see it with the Lakers. That's basketball logic 101. Should no team that's trailing, I don't think it was a team that was playing the Chicago Bulls that was worse than Chicago Bulls of the 90s was so superior. But the team that they was playing, let's say at the time they was playing the Grizzlies, right? The Vancouver Grizzlies. But the Grizzlies had more free throw attempts than the Chicago Bulls. Let me update it a little bit more. Let's say the Golden State, because a lot of y'all are young. So let's say the Golden State Warriors, right? With KD on the team. Because y'all say they had cheat code. With KD, even though they was mad beatable, they was not that great, but that's another video for another day. But with KD on the team, let's say that they was playing against who was sorry back then? The Detroit Pistons. And let's say Detroit Pistons done shot 29 free throws and Golden State shot 17. That don't even make sense. But Golden State beat Detroit by 20 or 25 points. See, the math don't add up. See, this is the game that the NBA plays, and they're able to play this game because a lot of y'all fans, y'all ain't being schooled by real journalists. When I say journalists, I ain't talking about Stephen A. Stephen A. ain't worked for a paper in years. Skip Bayless ain't worked for a paper in years. Colin Cowherd ain't worked for a paper in years. Real journalists live by a standard. They didn't have friends. We ain't gonna be friends. I'ma still report what I need to report. I'm not gonna be I'm not going to be, you know, it's no favorites. It was no favorites. So real journalists spoke the real. You don't see that no more because everybody's friendly. Or Clutch done bought you out. You done had Clutch buy you out. And now they, like the other day, Stephen A. Smith talking about, well, Kobe played with Shaq. You know, he's behind, he's number two behind Jordan. But he's not top 5 because he got 3 of his rings with Shaquille O'Neal. But the argument don't fit, like he said. Well, Magic got his rings with Kareem. Kareem got his rings with Magic. But the difference is, Magic never got no rings without Kareem. And Kareem only got 1 ring without Magic. But Kobe got 2 rings without another top 75 player. Paul Gasol was good. Some people think he's Hall of Fame. You know, he's okay. I don't think he was Hall of Fame. He's a great Laker, and that's where it ends. He was a great Laker, good player. If it was an NBA Hall of Fame, he don't get in. But this Hall of Fame is a little, they do it a little bit different, you know, with international play and everything else. But, man, I done went over my 10-minute mark because I wanted to post this on TikTok. But, hey, but I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But, man, the Lakers, LeBron, pay attention. They keep on losing. LeBron's going to quit. He going to dip. He going to say he got injured. This is what he does. It's the same routine year in and year out. He going to say that he got injured. He going to be out for a couple weeks. The team's going to be bad. He going to come back. He going to stat pad to make the All-Star game. That's all he's going to do. That's all he is going to do. He's going to say that the season is a wash, but I'm going to go ahead, stat pad, try to make first team All-NBA, try to make the All-Star game as a starter. Well, he is going to be a starter because his fans is going to vote for him. And I'm going to try to run out and try to get the MVP of the All-Star game. That's all this season's going to end up being. Because that's how that dude is. He's going to bail on the team because the team ain't winning. They ain't going to be able to get no trades. And that's going to be the end of the Lakers season. Just because you putting up numbers don't mean that's why the team is... Y'all got to understand... Y'all don't... Man, there's so much I feel like I got to explain when it comes to basketball. But that's a video for another day. We're going to see what the NBA is going to do. Are they going to bow down and do what LeBron James want and go back to getting the best players in foul trouble and letting Austin Reeves get to the free throw line and Anthony Davis and himself so they could generate points on a bad team? Or are they just going to be like, you know what, you done, my dude. You done. We ain't helping you no more. But until then, I'm your boy Jay Shot.